Okay, I have no clue if I am live. It says I'm live. 1 second. Okay, I think I am live, and yes, I can see chat now. So hello everybody. Alrighty. Perfect. I finally got my Wi-Fi fixed on my laptop. That took forever for that part to come in, but finally it's fixed. Oh yeah, I figured I'd just turn the sound on my Minecraft. Usually I play with the sound off, but that's because I'll just listen to my own music. Okay, so it's gonna be the office. Except I'm gonna lower it because it's really loud in my ears. So how's everybody doing today? Uh-oh. Is it lagging? Are we good? Okay. One second, let me fix something. Is it loading? You still alive? Yes, we are. Okay. I was worried that it was not working. Whoops. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Well, that sounds cool. Building a new museum for your map. That sounds cool. This map is not going to be an SI file. I'm holding off on doing another SI file because it takes me a little longer to write the story for those. So I wrote another story, and that's going to be this map. It is going to be an adventure map, but that's all I'm really saying about it right now. There's also multiple locations. There are a few locations already built before this one. This happens to be the location I'm currently working on. Yeah. It takes me a little bit longer to write SI file stories than it does to write other stories, just because I have to build the SI files off of the previous story. So. Oh, this is an adventure map. I'm not saying I'm not saying too much about the map yet, because I just wrote the story. It's not going to be an SI file. SI files will be done later, just because I want a little bit more time to write the story for the SI files. Yeah. I do have a name for this map, but I'm not going to say it yet, just because I'm still debating if that's going to be the final name or not. It should be an interesting map, I hope. For the programming, I do all of the command blocks on my own. For building, sometimes I have one of my playtesters, Jackcraft, help me. It usually depends on how much actually needs to be built. Usually, for certain things, I have to build it myself because there's like code involved with how things move and stuff. But if it doesn't involve that, sometimes I'll have Jackcraft help me. Because some locations have to have like code built in for like moving armor stands and stuff like that. So for the most part, I do a lot of it myself. How do I get my ideas? I kind of get them at random. Usually, it's just really random. Sometimes I'll be just sitting at lunch, like watching YouTube, or I'll be sitting at lunch working on something, and something will pop into my head. I'm like, huh, that'd be an interesting concept. And I usually just like write it down, and then later on I'll think about it more, and I'll like formulate a story around it or formulate puzzles around it. And yeah, that's kind of how I come up with ideas. It's just really, really random. I'll just be like thinking about something random, and then ta-da, pops in my head. And I'm like, okay. I keep hearing this noise and it sounds like it's gonna storm, but it's like sunny out. I don't get it. Maybe there's a truck going down the street. That could be the other thing. So I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I can hear it like in the background. I'm glad you enjoyed my last map. I was a little worried about Curtain Call, to be honest. I didn't know if it was going to be how I thought it was going to be in my head. So this is going to be... That'll work. Alright. Sorry, I'm like talking to myself because I'm thinking how I want to set this up. Because that needs to be broken. How do I create my resource packs? So I did a tutorial on custom textures and stuff, so you can go watch that. But the basic gist of it is there's a website I use to change the textures, and then you need to have the default textures for Minecraft, and then you overwrite them. I do like a detailed explanation about what I use exactly. I'm glad you guys like Curtain Call. And yeah, usually I end up when I'm working, I'll talk to myself, so that makes sense, Super T. Because sometimes you just need to talk through, like, okay, what's going to happen, and so that makes sense. Sometimes you just want to, like, think out loud what's going to happen, how things are going to move, and sometimes you come up with some interesting ideas in that way when you're just, like, thinking out loud. So, what was I going to... Okay, I need desks, and I need... I'm like thinking. Okay, so I'll just build another building because I know it's going to go in here. I can't touch these buildings yet because there's going to be puzzles in there. But I haven't figured out the puzzles yet. So this is just one of the locations I'm like working on right now. There are actually other locations. I can show you guys if you guys want to see the other locations. I can just teleport there real quick because I have coordinates written down for all these. Actually, I have to double check. I have the coordinates written down for this location because I've been working at this location for a while. No, I do not have the old location written down because I changed my mind where I wanted to put this one. Alrighty, now I have it. Alrighty. Okay, I'll show you guys the other locations. So let me just grab the coordinates. I have it on my other screen, the coordinates. Let's see, which ones can I'll show you this one. This one has quite a few locations that you just teleport around to. So this is another location that you'd visit in this map. Let's kind of come down here. And this will have a custom texture pack, so some of the blocks you see actually will be different. I'm glad you like my maps. Are they so great? Well, I'm glad you think they're great, because usually I'm like, I have no idea how people are gonna react to them. Yeah. Yeah, there'll be custom textures on here. I don't have them all done, so I don't have them all enabled right now. Plus, I was playing Minecraft on servers earlier, so you can't really have your custom texture pack on servers because it messes with things. So then you're looking at something and you realize, oh wait, I still have my custom texture pack on. So I didn't turn it back on yet because I'm still working on some of them. Well, this is one location, and then there's some other stuff over here, but it'll give away too much if I show you that. So I will pull up another location, and yeah, I can show this one. And those two I'll hold off because those aren't actually completely done yet. There's some more detailing I need to do at those. And okay, and we're floating. There we go. This is another location. Yeah, it happens. You leave your texture pack on, and then all of a sudden you see something that looks very strange. For example, like if I left curtain call on, I would see something, and it would look like a cell phone because I have the cell phone texture. And I'm like, when was there a cell phone? I'm like, oh wait, custom texture pack, forgot to turn that off. Yeah, but this is another location. And this one I got to have a little fun with TNT to make part of this. Not the most controlled way to do it. Probably the easiest though. And yeah, there's a couple more locations, but they're not quite ready. They're kind of like, they have some other additional things that need to be added to them. So if I showed you guys them, I'd give too much away because like a lot of stuff is still not done. So I'm gonna head back to where I was working. Right, so that's done for the most part. Yeah, TNT can be quite helpful when building things, especially if you need like a giant crater. You fill a whole layer of like a certain like y-axis with TNT and just let it go off. Of course, it lags your computer to like Kingdom Come, but makes it a lot easier to make giant holes and things. I've used TNT quite a few times to actually build things. My biggest concern though is I always like back up. I back up my file before I do so because I don't want to accidentally like break something I wasn't supposed to and then set off all the TNT. And it is gonna storm. Great. That's the lightning alarm going off. I don't know if you guys could hear that. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good today. It's actually nice out. Well, until it starts storming, it was nice out earlier. I hear thunder rolling and this is not good. I hope it doesn't storm. It wasn't supposed to. I checked the weather this morning. It wasn't supposed to. Then again, crazy weather. Do that for now, because I know that's going to stay like that. That's going to be built up. Let's see. Hold on, let's catch up with chat. Yeah, the custom textures, sometimes the models too. Yeah, that shows up if you leave your texture back on when you're playing on other servers. How did I get inspiration to start building maps? Okay, so I started working, like, wanting to start building maps because of a class I was taking in school. I was taking a course where I had to learn logic circuits, and I remembered that you can do the logic circuits actually in Minecraft. So I decided, hey, I'm going to use Minecraft to study, and it'd be a fun way to study. So I ended up using that to study, and when I realized, oh, I can do these circuits, I'm like, I wonder what else I can do with it. And I'm like, okay, well, there's command blocks, and since I'm learning programming, I'm studying computer science, I'm learning programming, I'm like, hey, why don't I try to teach myself commands? And that's kind of how I got started to building maps. And yes, there will be a custom resource pack for this map. I don't have it turned on right now because two reasons. One, it's not ready, and two, I was playing on some servers earlier, so I didn't want to accidentally leave it on while I was on the servers. That's cold storage. It's going to be that. Okay, this I can't build because I need to build the puzzle first, so that's going to have to remain empty. Same with that one. I need to build up this other stuff. I'm thinking, what's I going to build here? Oh yeah, that could work, because that would make sense. Use games to study. Yep. It was interesting that I figured out I could use video games to study for that class. That was kind of funny. I don't know what that says. It's in Polish, I assume? Does that say greetings? I don't know what that actually says. Oh, this won't be an SI file. I'm working on the story for the SI files. The SI files take me a little bit longer to write because I have to base them off of previous stories. At least when they're in their case files, like one A, B, and C were together, so all those had to be related to each other. Same with this can be 2A, 2B, and I don't know if there'll be a 2C. There might be, might not be. It depends on how the story gets written. I am really in the early stages of writing it. What does this mean? I don't know what that means. Hold on. I apologize. 1 second. Oh, hi from... Oh, okay. So, hello. I'm assuming that means hello from Poland, so hello, everybody. Alright, back to what I was building. Okay, so that's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. Alright. So let's see. Hello, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. This is only gonna be what, 4 wide? Probably should make this a little bit longer then. 19, 18. Should be good. Means greeting, so yes. Hello, everybody then. That's pretty cool. We have people from all different countries. We have people from different countries. That's pretty cool. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. It's the summer, so most people should be off of school, and if you have work, then I guess you have work, but I had work to do earlier, but yeah, it's gonna be, that'll work. So yeah, for those of you who are just joining, so this map is not an SI file. It is, I am working on a story for an SI file. It's not anywhere near ready, and it takes me a little longer to write. Write SI files. Sorry, I was reading chat and trying to talk at the same time. It takes a little longer to write SI files because of how in-depth the stories usually are, and the fact that be based off of older stories because of connections and all that stuff. So those take a little bit longer to write. I like to spend a little bit more time on those because those have a lot of backstory and such. So this is an adventure map. Romania and the Netherlands. Cool. But this is an adventure map. I don't know when it'll be ready. The story's written. I have the story actually on my other... I have a monitor like attached to my laptop. And I have the story right there, so I know where I am located and what I'm doing. But yeah, no programming has been done yet on this one, but it's going to take a lot of programming because I have some interesting ideas for this one. One, two, okay, that's 4. Make it 5 high. Makes more sense. Oops. Actually, I have a question for all of you guys. Do these look like water wheels to you? This is a question I've been debating with myself. These look kind of like water wheels. Obviously, they're not turning, but there's a reason for that that's explained in the story. But I've been trying to figure out, because obviously it's hard to make a circle in Minecraft. So I attempted to make a circle-ish looking thing. Kind of. Yeah, it's the best. I'm going to retexture some things so they look a little bit better. Again, texture pack's turned off, but I try to make them look like water wheels. Yeah, it kind of looks like a water wheel. Okay, good. Because I was really worried. I'm like, is that going to come across as a water wheel? Like, it was kind of hard to make a circle. Circles are not easy to make. So, like the windmills, these are interesting to try to formulate making that. And then trying to make a circle for that was interesting. And then I have to retexture some other stuff for other parts of this. What is your position thoughts on... I actually don't know who that is. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I've heard about, like, I've heard reference to who those people are, but I don't know actually what's going on. So I have no comment on that then. I don't actually know what's going on with that. Nope. I'm trying to write concrete. I'm so happy they added concrete. It's probably a good thing I don't know what that is. Okay. I won't look it up. I wasn't planning on it either, so yeah. I'm lucky I don't know. Because like I've heard like their names before, but I have no idea what's going on. I know other YouTubers have made reference to them, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Alright. This is easier on me. Make sure I don't mistype or this is going to be really hilarious. Concrete. Yay! Okay, I did it right. Yeah, sometimes like when I'm writing commands on the fly, like I'll get the coordinates wrong when I'm reading them, and it's just kind of hilarious and weird things happen. And then I have to go back and fix it, and it's kind of funny though. Not so funny when you're actually putting the command blocks down, then that just gets really frustrating. Because then you're trying to like fix command blocks and everything. Always, if you're going to do some crazy command, back up your world, trust me. Can't you hit tab if you'll... Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, I've accidentally done that before, but it just... I prefer just to make sure that I'm looking at it and not autofilling, because sometimes it acts weird. The autofill sometimes acts weird for me, I don't know why. So I just kind of just write down the coordinates. I'll turn off the coordinates if they're bothering anybody, it's just sometimes I leave them on. Even when it's a bad habit. When you make maps, you get some bad habits, because you're so used to like working on things, and not like actually literally playing the game. So when you go on servers, like I'll leave my coordinates up, because I like leave them up from last time, and be like, oh wait a minute. Probably shouldn't be doing that. It's like that. There we go, fixing that. And hello everybody. Alright, so... Yeah, I think you can hit tab, because I've done that and it just filled in coordinates, but I just rather double check that they're filling in the right coordinates, because sometimes it's weird. I have another question for you guys. For those of you who have been watching the tutorials, are they helping out at all? Is there anything you want me to change about how I do tutorials, or... to wait for the stream to catch up. I know I always forget there's a slight delay with what I'm saying and what you're actually hearing. This seem good? Good. Yeah, because it's like I'm trying to like explain the commands, but also I need to show how they work, and I try to make them fun the way I show how they work. Yeah, next tutorial I'm working on it. Working on what I have to say for it. They're helpful? Okay, good. I'm glad they're helpful. Yeah, I'm already working on the next tutorial. I don't know when I'll record it, but yeah, I don't know when I'll record it, but I have a document that has like everything planned out on it, what I'm gonna talk about, at least the topics anyway. And I still have more that I have to figure out how I'm gonna work those into other tutorials. Because there's a lot of like smaller things that don't necessarily fit under a specific category. It's like specifically, do you have your maps for download? The adventure maps and the maps I've made, yes, there's links. There's links underneath the videos. As for the tutorial map, I do not have a download for that one because I'm still working on it. People have asked if I'm going to actually upload that. I might give a link for that when I'm done with tutorials, but yeah. And I am in college. I'm on break right now, but we start back pretty soon. And you're working on a map. That's pretty cool that they're working on a map. Well, when I started making maps, I didn't really know too much about Redstone. A lot of it was just like self-taught and Googling a ton of things. I just spent like hours Googling things. How do I do school and map making? So, yeah, it's just really like balancing my time. Like, I'll try to make sure that I always make sure my schoolwork's done first, which is why usually when school year starts, it's pretty much maps start taking more than a month to do. But it is balancing. It's a balancing act. Usually I'll be like, okay, if I get all my work done, then I can maybe spend an hour playing Minecraft or stuff like that. I always make sure my schoolwork's done first and then I work on the maps. It just, like you said, it's a balancing act. Yeah, you can get pretty easily lost playing Minecraft. Because you'll just start working on something and then all of a sudden it's like 3 hours later and you're like, oh, probably should take a break. Right. I don't like how these lights are turning out, but I could always change it. And I need a door. Door. Okay, there's gonna be a wall here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, that'll work. Can I give a tour? I can do it again. I did a short one. I can do another one real quick. Let me just finish putting this wall up. And then I will teleport around real quick and show you guys. I can't show everything because, like, yeah, there's some things that will give things away because they're not quite ready. So not everything's hidden yet. And I'm in the process of building, like, other areas that involve redstone that I haven't done yet. But yes. That's going to be a door right there. Alright, 1 second. I need a door on here too, so I'm just going to break open the wall. That works. Okay, let me get the coordinates back up. Sorry, I was reading chat. You saw Seth Bling's video on set block and made parkour. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, set block using relative coordinates is very helpful. Even I use like execute with set block and stuff, so I can like change things based on where I'm walking and stuff. Comes in handy. Alright, let me pull up my coordinates real quick because I think I still have them in here, but I don't remember where it's gonna take me. Yeah, they're still here. Alright, this is the first teleport. Don't know where it's gonna take me. Alright. I have the coordinates on my other screen over here. But this is one location. Look at everything. Okay, sorry, I thought I was getting notifications from the what's it called? The software I'm using for streaming. So this is the first location. And yeah, I recognize some of the usernames. Some of your usernames you've like written to me before. Yeah, so this is the first location. Again, there are going to be custom textures. They're not anywhere near ready. Kind of wish they had added a builder's. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a builder's wand. I was using before because I had to build something that I'm not going to show you because it gives away something. I actually had to go into an older version of Minecraft to use World Edit, so that I was able to build the basic structure because it was so massive and I didn't want to spend like hours building it. And then I had to convert it over using a schematic and all that stuff. If you ever used World Edit, you've probably heard of schematics and whatnot. So yeah, I kind of wish there was like that capability built into Minecraft to make things a little easier when you're trying to build walls and stuff. Like a basic builder's wand. Like, I've seen the mod too. I know they have the mod that has the builder's wand. I've seen YouTubers use it, but that'd be helpful if it was built in. Maybe someday, because they keep adding new things. So this is just the first location, kind of just flying around here. And then, let's see, where else? Okay, it's that one, second one. It's another location. This one I got to use TNT to build something. Which is kind of fun. Yeah, builder's wand would be very helpful. I wish they had that. Until then, just using commands. Like, for example, to turn all of this into the, I forget what this block's called. What's this block called? Topsoil. You can use an execute command and make it so wherever you walk, like any block underneath you turns into that and stuff like that. That would be more easier, I guess, with the builder's one. Alright, and then where else did I teleport to? 1, 2. I think that was it. I think this is back to where I started. Yep, this is back where I started. So that's what I can kind of show you. There's a few other locations yeah, using execute command is really helpful. There's a couple other locations, but they're not quite ready, and they would kind of give away stuff, so. Do you play other maps for ideas if you're stuck on what to do? I don't really play other maps for ideas. If I get stuck and I don't have an idea, I'll kind of just like put it off to the side, be like, okay, I'll figure it out later. And eventually something will come into my mind and I'll be like, oh, that'd be a good idea, and I'll write it down. I actually, like, at one point, it was like I was trying to fall asleep and an idea came to me and I just wrote it down on like a note card that I had on my desk type of thing. So do people from college know that I make Minecraft maps? My friends do. Some of my friends do. They know I make Minecraft maps, but not everybody knows that I make Minecraft maps. But yeah, my friends from college do. I've shown them some of my stuff. They don't necessarily play Minecraft, but they know I do the maps and stuff. That's gonna be the kitchen. Yeah, with the kitchen. And then I need to make tables. If everyone was secretly a fan. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't see too many other people like talk about Minecraft where I go to school, so it'd be hilarious if I ever ran into somebody, but I don't know, it'd be kind of funny, but I don't think so. Okay, table. No, I don't want that carpet. Kind of go with the gray theme. That's kind of what's going with this place. Is it seriously starting to rain? Why? I don't want it to rain. I don't want it to rain. Alright. Here's a fun tip. There's two ways to make a table and make it look like the carpet's floating. You can either use string or you can use barrier blocks. So you can do this, and the carpet will actually float on top. Or you can use barrier blocks, which are a little bit more invisible. It depends. Usually you can't really see the string that well anyway, so or you can use, I actually have the barrier box saved, but I don't want to do that right now. Yeah. Actually, I first learned about using the string thing from Jackcraft. When he was helping me one time, he was using string. I was so used to using barrier blocks. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you can use string. I'm like, okay, that works. So thanks to him on that one. Alright, table. Stair. I have a bad habit where I want to type in chair instead of stair. I don't know if anybody else does that when they're trying to look up a... because they look like chairs, and I use them as chairs all the time. So what's the story for this one? I could tell you it involves the idea of chaos. That's what I'm going to say about that. Say window instead of glass. Yep, I've done that too. you get into a habit of like typing certain, like you know what it's what it is, but then you end up typing what you use it for, and it's yeah. Yeah, but this one is going to involve the idea of chaos and stuff like that. And hello. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna make another table here and here and I'm gonna restore. One thing I like is the whole restore now. That you can like pull back things, which is very helpful. Because I'm always having to like give myself command blocks and structure blocks and stuff like that, and it got really annoying after a while. So I'm like, thank goodness for the save the toolbar thing. I was really excited when they said they were doing that. Can't wait to see what else they're going to come up with. Because I know 1.13 they're saying there's going to be different textures. And I've seen like people do videos on them already. So they look interesting. It's just more high definition, I guess. Actually, why did I do that all floating? That makes no sense. Logic, Stephanie, logic. If you've seen me play the Decameron, I get very distracted when I'm playing Minecraft, so you probably saw, if you watched me playing the Decameron, you saw I get really distracted when I'm trying to talk and play Minecraft at the same time. So I'll do like really goofy things. Which, the Decameron, we're waiting for a couple more entries, so if you want to do the Decameron, feel free to make a video and then send it to RS Malik, by the way. Yeah, we're waiting for a couple more entries before we continue with the next day. And hello for anybody who just got here. Alright, so this is going to be like a dining area. I don't really like how this is turning out. It's not too bad. Well, for what's going to happen here, that's fine. Alright, this is going to be a kitchen. So, standard kitchen stuff. So crafting table. Sorry, I was thinking. And I was reading chat. And what kind of kitchen? I'll use quartz for the kitchen. Yeah, it's useful. You have all three of your command blocks. I just kind of use the standard one, and then I just edit them as I need to, because I change whether or not they need to be powered or not powered based upon what I'm doing. So I kind of just leave the one command block and edit it as I go. Especially when I try to use the recall text feature now. I have to do some strange things. It was some strange stuff. Will this be just a okay, this one is a standalone map. Yeah, this one's going to be a standalone. And yeah, this one's a standalone. I don't plan on continuing the story for this one. The SI Files is really the only one that's really a series that I do. I don't know, maybe in the future I'll have multiple series. Make another puzzle map. I have ideas for puzzle maps. I just haven't had the chance to actually write out everything I want to do with those puzzle maps. Actually, this one was potentially going to be a puzzle map, but then I had way too much story going on with it. And I'm like, there's no... Is it lagging? Is it lagging really badly? I don't know why it would be lagging. Oh dear. Is it lagging really, really badly? Are we good? Oh, I can see I have the video up. Yeah, it's lagging a bit. Oh dear. It was lagging. Yeah, it might be just because it's starting to storm here, so it's gonna mess with everything. Why did it have to rain? Oh, sorry about the lag. I do apologize for that. I don't know if there's a way I can... Here, if I turn that off... I have everything else turned off on my computer, so I don't know why it's lagging. Oh dear. 1 second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Reload that. Why are you lagging? I have nothing else running on my machine. Oh dear. It's loading. We good? It's not too bad? Okay. I don't know. Well, that's cool that you replay my maps. I'm glad you enjoy them. So it's not too bad of lag? Okay. I don't know why it's lagging. It might just be because it's starting to storm here, so it might be messing with my Wi-Fi. Because I can't think of why else it would be lagging. I don't know. My internet's weird. My internet's very weird. Okay. As long as we're good. As long as people can still see. We got a thumbs up. We're good. Okay. And awesome. And thank you for wishing me good luck with my maps. Alrighty, let's see. That's gonna be just furnaces. That's gonna be that. This is kind of plain, but it makes sense. It'll make sense with the story. And what door do I want? I retextured one of these doors, and I don't remember which one I retextured. It wasn't this one. I know I kept this one, so I can use that. It's pausing and starting. How good is my computer? It's usually pretty good. I use a laptop, but it's like a laptop that's made for programming, so it's usually pretty good. So I don't know why it's lagging so bad. I think it cleared up. Did it clear up? We're good? Okay, it looks like it's clearing up on my screen, so yeah. I have a laptop that I do everything on, and it's actually pretty, like I said, it's pretty good. It is a couple years old though, so that could be a thing. I'm not planning on getting a new one anytime soon. Okay, I'm gonna leave that broken. That's gonna be broken. Then I'll put another building there, so I don't need it. Can I put another building there? Yeah, my computer is pretty good. Like, it holds up pretty well when I'm programming and stuff, so... Like, when I'm doing, like, actual, like, Java and Python and stuff like that as well, it can run things pretty quickly. Only once did it, like, run... I had to run, like, a program overnight for school. But that was, like, everybody's computer, so it was, like, a massive program they had us write. Should make a I don't know if I'll ever make a server. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever make a server. Like, I use for my map making purposes, I just use like realms from me and my playtesters to come help me. But other than that, I don't know about making a server. I don't know the first thing about making a server. I'm sure I could probably Google it, and there's probably like a ton of information about it. But yeah. Thinking, what else am I putting in here? We good on the lag now? Did it stop lagging finally? Yeah, I have no idea with my internet. It's so goofy. There's gonna be a building there. I'm not gonna put a building here. Have I ever thought about making a multiplayer map? Yes, I have. I have definitely thought about that. And that's what I'm saying on that. I have ideas for multiplayer maps. It's just I'd have to change up some stuff. There's some things I already looked into how I would do it. I'd have to change up a few things, and there'd be a lot of extra code involved. But yes, I have thought of multiplayer maps. I actually have, I think I mentioned this in another video. I have like an Excel spreadsheet. I have like an Excel spreadsheet where I like write down all my ideas, and it's like all organized with map ideas, and it says like, oh, it's a single player, multiplayer, stuff like that. So you can make a server for free. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about making a server, but I'll just use realms for now. That's what I'm using right now, because if you noticed, whenever I went like this, it says disconnect instead of quit. It's because I'm on realms. I just like because it backs it up for me, which is kind of nice. I don't have to worry about breaking things. I can always revert quite easily. But then when I start testing, I actually have to take it off of the realm, because then I have to do like bug testing and stuff on single player, because that's where most people play. Oh. What was I gonna... No, I need an iron. And then I need that. I know, this one's all very industrial looking. That's what I'm trying to go with for this. Is industrial for this part of the map. Also not giving away that it's not actually an industrial area. Alright, let's see. That's there, that's working. I can do another building here. So are there any other questions people have for me? I don't mind answering questions or anything, or if you want to just say how your day's going, that's completely fine too. I still hear that storm rolling in. I really wish it wouldn't rain. I don't want it to rain. Like, I checked the weather this morning, it wasn't supposed to rain, and now it's gonna rain. Oh well. I wasn't planning on doing anything today anyway. At least nothing major. Rain is fun. Not when it causes power outages. Sometimes it rains really bad here, and then it just, like, power goes out, and I'm just like, well, not much you can do. Then again, I just play board games with my brother, which is kind of fun. Like, I'll get, like, I have, like, a Minecraft torch, so, like, one of those wall torches, so I just kind of, I turn that on, and we play board games by Minecraft Torchlight. How long does it usually take to make a Minecraft map? It depends. The shortest time it ever took me was a month. The longest was approximately 3 months. It varies based upon if I'm in school. It takes longer. How much code is involved, if I have any problems. If there is a update with Minecraft, then that usually throws a wrench in things because they change the code when they do updates. And usually it breaks things. So it depends. Like, updates are great, but then it breaks everything, so then you have to go back and fix it. But, yeah. So it depends. It can vary. I know some people take longer to make maps. Me, it ranges. It's usually a couple months. Again, depends on if I'm in school or not. Since summer, it doesn't take me as long. But, now that summer's coming to an end, it's going to take me longer. Plus, this one is just the sheer amount of things I need to build is going to take longer. Have I ever thought of a player/detective having a sidekick? This is what happens when I get distracted. I place things where I'm not supposed to. That's not your fault. I just get easily distracted when I'm playing Minecraft. So, yes, I have thought about that, and I may or may not have ideas written down regarding what you have written down. I actually have ideas. I've actually thought about that, and I have an idea written down on that Excel spreadsheet I talked about, but I don't know if and when I'll ever create that map. Again, it's just trying to figure out it's kind of like, yeah. It's kind of hit or miss which map I'm going to do next. So, like, I come up with more ideas, like, oh gosh, what was that? Is that my phone? That was my phone buzzing. 1 second. Yeah, that was just my phone buzzing. I was like, what's that noise? But yeah. I always have more ideas that I come up with, and I write them down, and then it's like I want to go back to the old ideas, but I also want to do the new ideas, and it becomes a struggle which one I want to actually do. It becomes a struggle. Just like, which one to do first? It's gonna be 2 floors. I can make this building 2 floors. Oops, flying a little too fast. I hope this is somewhat interesting to you guys. I know it's like, this is kind of like the behind the scenes, what actually happens when we're trying to build maps and stuff. Memes? What do you mean memes? I don't quite understand what you mean by memes. I know what memes are, but I don't know why you're saying memes. One second, let me just check what that was. Why? Okay, 1 second. How long do I plan to stream? Actually not too much longer, because I actually do have to get going. That was what my phone was buzzing for. I didn't realize I actually do have something to do today. I'm like, oh, I don't have anything to do today. I'm going to stream, and then I get a text message. I'm like, well, I actually do have something to do today. But I have a little bit longer that I can work. And then I don't know when I'll stream again. Hopefully soon, now that my Wi-Fi is fixed. Oh my gosh, never let the cable that like connects you to your Wi-Fi ever break on your laptop. It will take forever for it to come in the mail. At least if you live in the United States. It just took forever for that part to come in, but I'm happy that it finally came in. Maybe I could go to space in a map. I have thought about that too, because I like, if you played the tester, you kind of see I kind of like sci-fi stuff. But I don't have a distinct idea for space yet. Keywords yet, maybe someday. Most of my maps take place on Earth. Or whatever, well, you call this the overworld, so technically in the overworld. I never did anything with the nether, I don't think. No, I didn't. I haven't ever done anything with the nether. That's because with the whole, I'm not sure how code reacts when you go to different dimensions. So like if you're in the nether or the end. I know you can put command blocks there and do stuff, but there's the whole chunk loading thing, and you're technically not, well, if I have it in the, I have to think about that. Code is weird where you place it. If you place it at world spawn, it's supposed to stay loaded in at all times because there's a 16 chunk radius, I believe. If I remember it correctly, it's 16 chunks. That is loaded at all times in memory, no matter where you are located in the world, which is why you should put your code there. But I don't know how that applies when you are in a alternate dimension. So I'd have to look into that. Because, like, I've done stuff where, like, I was just playing with friends and stuff like that, and I would put code in the nether, but it was like we were in that chunk where the code was loaded. Maybe I can make a room that looks like that. That's true. I've seen that in, like, other maps where they make rooms that look like the nether. Yeah, because just going between dimensions, you have problems with, like, my concern would be loading in code and then things malfunctioning, and I don't want... That's also why it kind of takes me a little... like longer, I guess, is because I want to make sure everything's working, and I playtest like a billion times and have my playtesters playtest, and then it's still like, okay, does everything still work? And yeah, I always want to make sure I have everything working, as do all map makers. We all want to make sure everything's working, which is usually why it takes a bit longer. Fast forward many years in the future, Sylvan's office in space. That'd be interesting, yes. I mean, I did, when I used to do the mini-maps on Minecade, I just don't have time anymore to do those. I did do one that was kind of like an outer spacey thing. It was weird, but I did one. But that's an interesting idea. You solve a mystery in space because there's like space alien criminals. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Finish building this structure. I'm gonna put some lights in here. I know nothing should spawn because I have mob spawning turned off, and I have mob spawning turned off, and I also have regular, like, passive mobs turned off. But I still want to put lights in there. It'll be easier when I'm floating around, or flying around. Alrighty. So I need to get going soon. So are there any other questions you guys like to ask me before I start winding down? Let it catch up with itself, because I know the stream's, I don't know how many seconds behind. Oh, you like how nothing is ever the same in Solve It Mysteries? I try to make them all different from each other. I don't want them to be too similar to each other, so I try to put like a twist in them, and yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. I enjoy making them and writing the stories. How did I get my playtesters? It was like around map 3. My brother got tired of being my playtester. He's had to make a playtest for like over and over and over again. He got annoyed with me slightly. He still would playtest sometimes, but I ended up, well, both of them ended up contacting me, and I said, hey, because they were working on map stuff as well, and I said, hey, do you guys want to help me playtest? And they said, sure, type of thing. Yeah, I was talking to both of my playtesters about map stuff, and then I was like, yeah, you guys can playtest. That's how I ended up getting my playtesters, which I really appreciate their help. Any other questions? Before we wind things down? Yeah, I did get some. There's some YouTubers that have played my maps, and I think that's pretty cool too. Maybe at the start of your maps you can have an alternate with a nickname. I don't know about that. The problem is with how the code's done. The way the code's done, it relies on the usernames because of the when I use like @p, @a. When you're trying to use those in there, if you nickname people, it becomes very difficult. It would require a lot of extra code, so I don't know about doing that. I'd have to look into it, but it would probably take a lot longer to program if I used that. Yeah, especially because I use Telraw and stuff. Oh, so I use, here, I'll show you, let me pull up, like, the basic thing when I'm trying to have a player talk. 1 second, I have that always open on my computer. Right here. So, this is the command when I have people talk. So you see right here, Telraw @p, and then I have @p selector. So @p means closest player. I explained this in one of my tutorials about like Telraw. I think it was like the second tutorial I put up. But basically, it's selecting the closest player. And if you do a nickname, you'd have to do a scoreboard, and that just adds more to this, and more likely it would break. And if someone's not actually using that, then I'd have to have a whole other set of code to account for that. So probably not anytime soon will I have nicknames. But it is a cool idea. And then when do you think this map will be out to play? No idea. It takes a while to build, and I haven't even remotely started programming this because I try to build everything before I start programming, except for puzzles, because those have to be done while everything's already built up around it. Yeah, because that requires to have the code ready for that, and I don't have any of that code ready. Also, am I ready to hit 1,000 subs? I don't know what I'm going to do when I hit 1,000 subs. I never expected to have this many people following me. Maybe I'll do like a live stream where I'll like go on a server or something. I don't know if anybody would like to like play games on a server or something. I don't know. I never expected this many people to be following me at this point, ever. If you watch my like 1-year anniversary video, like I even say like I didn't expect to get past map 1. Here I am, going on 14 maps later. Is it still live, or are we losing it? Is it dropping? We good? Oh gosh, here we go again. This is my internet when it storms. Oh boy. Oh great. Is it back? Nope, we're dropping. Alrighty. Oh gosh. Okay, are we good? Okay, we're good. I don't know what that was. Oh my gosh. What the heck? We good? Moving around. You good? You're good. Back, now offline. Now are we back? Are we offline? Oh dear heavens. It's back? Okay, I think that's the sign that I need to stop. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. I don't know when I'll stream again, hopefully soon, and I enjoy talking to all of you guys, and I seriously do appreciate, I don't know how much of that you heard, but I was saying I appreciate all of you guys supporting me and everything, and it does really mean a lot. So, I guess I will see you guys all, you're good, but yeah, it would be cool to play games with you guys. Hopefully, maybe, would you guys, maybe I'll do a stream sometime where I'm just like on Hypixel or something like that, and we'll just play games. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If there's any last minute questions, I'll stay on chat, maybe like for a couple minutes after I close the stream. And yeah, so I guess I will see you guys all next time. Bye. Let me hold on, I have to pull up the thing. And